Hello everyone, hopefully you are doing great. In this week our discussion topic is how one researcher can face challenges when he comparing the research effect on legacy media and the digital media. In my perspectives, basically, as we are used to read newspapers with our belief and trust or that will be authentic, so that creates a bias among us that wow, it will be great, and which news is spread in social media platforms basically. Somehow we, if we face confused, then for this authenticity actually we depend on print media, so there have an biasness. If one researchers want to find out the trust level of any media content, comparing between this print media and the digital media, I think in this case the researchers will face challenges because there have a difference between the trust level on print media and digital media. That is the main point. And another point here is that the demographic challenges. If you can think that the old ages people basically, as in their time they are used to read newspapers, so they depend on newspapers a lot and they like to read newspapers. And they are not so much engaged with social media platforms. On the contrary, the young people, young generations, they basically involved with the social media platforms a lot. So if I find one researchers want to make comparison between the impact of media among audience, then these times I think he will get some challenges to find out the habit which actual influence of which medias. So that is another problem. And in my concept, another problem is different consumptions of patterns, such as the reading habit. We can say understand that the reading habit, the of these newspapers is basically the focused way in a well mannered, and the scanning, we actually read the whole news content. But when we read any news in social media platforms, in digital media, then at a time we use several tabs and also use others apps, and it's create distractions positions of audience and not much focus on news content. So I think when any researchers comparing between these consumptions or engagement with media content, then that data will be somehow damaged here, because as they are not focusing equally in digital media's content and the newspapers content. And the digital media also have the own some dimensions here. If you think about it, that the news social media platforms always changing their several patterns, their consumptions ways. Somehow people not only in Facebook but also involved with TikToks, they are making reels, they are doing multiple tasks. So I think when our researchers want to find out the consumptions ways or consumptions habit of any news content, then these times also face problems, because this digital media always create some new thing to make consumption settings. So they have also have to face some problems. And personally, if I share my own experience about the challenges, then I have to say that the digital media actually in there is there have no real time. We always watch this real time information, we are watching these reactions and the like comment, the other opinions also we are finding. So in this case, our understanding and it's actually going through by interactional way. But if you think the print media, basically it's actually isolating way, and they are just one way we are capturing any content, we are assuming by anything. So there have a great difference between consuming of digital media content and the print media content. And I think it's also make challenges for researchers to find out the actual data about the attention and engagement related topics. And another thing here is that in my country's perspectives, as we want to make any historical research activities with news content, then that times somehow in our archives or other library policies or central library, or actually we used to collect the previous or old newspapers, that has some trouble, and it makes a great problem for us that somehow some newspapers we find this it's missing. But digital media platforms here is open, and if we want to find out any data, it's available in digital media. So the loss of any data, it's quite impossible in digital media. But we cannot find any a particular date coverage of any newspapers. It can be happen. So they have also one lackings, and this lack of this availability somehow, it also can create challenge for researchers to find out the actual data. That's actually in my viewpoint when researchers want to conduct comparison between print media and digital media platforms news content consumptions patterns. This can be happened with researchers, and I think it's a great problem here. Thanks everybody.